So she who doth in paradise my soul, had drawn the veil from off our pleasant life, and barred the truth of poor mortality, when lo! As one who, in a mirror, spies the shining of a flambeau at his back, lit sudden or he deem of its approach, and turneth to resolve him, if the glass have told him true, and sees the record faithful as notice to its meter, even thus, I well remember, did befall to me, looking upon the beauteous eyes, whence love had made the leash to take me. As I turned, and that, which, in their circles, none who spies, can miss of, in itself apparent, struck on mine, a point I saw, that darted light so sharp, no lid, unclosing, may bear up against its keenness. The least star we view from hence, had seemed a moon, set by its side, as star by side of star. And so far off, perchance, as is the halo from the light which paints it, when most dense the vapor spreads, there wheeled about the point a circle of fire, more rapid than the motion, which first girds the world. Then, circle after circle, round inringed each other, till the seventh reached circumference so ample, that its bow, within the span of Juno's messenger, light scarce been held entire. Beyond the seventh, followed yet other two. And every one, as more in number distant from the first, was tardier in motion, and that glowed with flame most pure, that to the sparkle of truth was nearest, as partaking most, methinks, of its reality. The guide beloved saw me in anxious thought suspense, and spake, Heaven, and all nature, hangs upon that point. The circle thereto most conjoined observe, and know, that by intenser love its course is to this swiftness winged. To whom I thus, it were enough, nor should I further seek, had I but witnessed order, in the world appointed, such as in these wheels is seen. But in the sensible world such difference is, that as each round shows more divinity, as each is wider from the center. Hence, if in this wondrous and angelic temple, that hath for confine only light and love, my wish may have completion I must know, wherefore such disagreement is between th exemplar and its copy, for myself, contemplating, I fail to pierce the cause. It is no marvel, if thy fingers foiled do leave the knot untied, so hard tea is grown for want of tenting. Thus she said, but take, she added, if thou wish thy cure, my words, and entertain them subtly. Every orb corporeal, doth proportion its extent unto the virtue through its parts diffused. The greater blessedness preserves the more. The greater is the body, if all parts share equally, the more is to preserve. Therefore the circle, whose swift course enwheels the universal frame answers to that, which is supreme in knowledge and in love thus by the virtue, not the seeming, breadth of substance, measure, thou shalt see the heaveness, each to the intelligence that rolleth it, greater to more, and smaller unto less, suited in strict and wondrous harmony. As when the sturdy north blows from his cheek a blast, that scours the sky, forth with our air, cleared of the rack, that hung on it before, glitters, and, with his beauties all unveiled, the firmament looks forth serene, and smiles, such was my cheer, when Beatrice drove with clear reply the shadows back, and truth was manifested, as a star in heaven. And when the words were ended, not unlike to iron in the furnace, every circa-bullient shot forth scintillating fires, and every sparkle shivering to new blaze, in number did outmillion the account reduplicate upon the checkered board. Then heard I echoing on from choir to choir, Hosanna, to the fixed point, that holds, and shall forever hold them to their place, from everlasting, irremovable. Musing a while I stood, and she, who saw by inward meditations, thus began, in the first circles, they, whom thou beheldst, are seraphim and cherubim. Thus swift follow their hoops, in likeness to the point, near as they can, approaching, and they can the more, the loftier their vision. Those, that round them fleet, gazing the Godhead next, are thrones, in whom the first trine ends. And all are blessed, even as their sight descends deeper into the truth, wherein rest is for every mind. Thus happiness hath root in seeing, not in loving, which of sight is after growth. And of the seeing such the meed, as unto each in due degree grace and goodwill their measure have assigned. The other trine, that with still opening buds in this eternal springtide blossom fair, fearless of bruising from the nightly ram, breathe up and warbled melodies threefold hosannas blending ever, from the three transmitted hierarchy of gods, for I rejoicing, dominations first, next then virtues, and powers the third. The next of whom are princedoms and archangels, with glad round to tread their festal ring, and last the band angelical, disporting in their sphere. All, as they circle in their orders, look aloft, and downward with such sway prevail, that all with mutual impulse tend to God. These once a mortal view beheld. Desire in Dionysius so intently wrought, that he, as I have done, rang them, and nommed their orders, marshalled in his thought. From him dissentient, one refused his sacred read. But soon as in this even his doubting eyes were opened, Gregory at his error smilled nor marvel, that a denizen of earth should scan such secret truth, for he had learnt both this and much beside of these our orbs, from an eyewitness to heaven's mysteries.